Hey everyone, welcome to Snarf Talk with Chris.
And Jerry.
And this is our podcast where we give you a behind-the-scenes look as we create a comic book.
We're going to talk about TV, movies, comic books, and hopefully have a lot of guests, other writers, creators, and friends.
Check us out at snarfcomics.com. You can check out our blog and follow along with everything we got going on. Also, follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Snarf Comics. And please subscribe and leave a review on iTunes.
Enjoy the episode. That never gets old.
We're back.
I love that intro music.
Yeah, I like it. We haven't heard a lot of feedback on that. So.
No, I've heard none, actually, except for, I think I did have somebody say, like, oh, why'd you change that?
Yeah.
Well, because we wanted to.
I did have somebody say, I liked it when you guys sang that song, you should sing all the intro music and outro music. And I'm like, that's a lot of work.
That is way, way too much work. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah?
No. Although I did enjoy the whole singing process, and I did enjoy the comment we got about so she heard the music came on, and then their two girls started singing to Hello.
Oh, yeah.
Along with us because of the whole Trolls
yeah, that's awesome.
show. That was hilarious. I laughed about that a lot.
Well, I do have a MIDI keyboard and a drum machine, so we could
really?
start making our own beats.
We could beat it up.
Beats and
beat
keyboards. I don't know.
I can't play the piano or do beats or sing, really.
But I can do all three, the trifecta.
Okay, so I'll watch you while we do this.
We would need a whole day, set aside a day.
I'm not a musician, although I wish I was.
You could come into my beat laboratory.
Yeah, I don't know. I was going to try to say something witty about Chris's beat laboratory.
Anywho, we're back.
We are back.
How was your time spent away?
Busy. It's always busy. Not quite as busy as you, but, I mean, on the scale of busy, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. It's good to keep busy.
It is good. I like being busy. Again, this whole baseball situation is going to continue to keep me busy until like mid-June.
But Jerry
July,
is
maybe.
Pledging here and now. He's not going to miss a week of Snarf Talk.
Oh, no. That will not be missed. We've talked about it earlier. We talked about it another day. And I just don't feel like it's fair for us to skip a week.
Nope.
It's okay for us to skip a week if we plan ahead and record multiple episodes in a week.
Yeah.
But an episode is going to be put up every single week because I want to shoot for like 52 in a row.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like 1 year in a row of constant content.
Constant content.
I
like
think
it. I have
the fans deserve it, Chris.
I'm going to tease a little thing I'm going to work on. I haven't started working on it yet, but we have a previously unaired podcast.
We do.
Our first.
Shoot, you should have told me. I could have brought that.
Our first podcast, really, that we recorded and we never released. That
successfully
is the
recorded.
origin story.
It really is.
It's our origin story.
It is the original origin story of
and then our
Snarf
first one that we went on the air live with, we were going to talk about all that stuff and we never really did, and we kind of skipped it because we had just talked about it.
At length. Like we talked for hours.
With a special guest.
Yep. There was a special guest. He has not been on an aired episode of Snarf Talk yet.
If you guys want to hear that unreleased origin story of Snarf,
leave us a comment.
Let us know.
Something. Give us some sort of outreach.
It's going to take some significant editing on my part.
It is.
A drink or two was shared.
Oh man, that's a rough. It turns into a rough one. The beginning
but
is great.
the first hour or two are
solid. Over half of it is good. The last little section there. Yowza. I don't remember it. So.
Yeah. Well, we haven't listened to it back, so.
So I mailed those stickers to Erica, and I have not heard from her if she's received these stickers yet. And it's concerning me because they've been mailed for a while, and I've never, haven't got a message from her yet. So either she was thoroughly disappointed in the stickers, or they are lost.
Well, that's not possible. The stickers are amazing. We got tons more stickers, and we're going to be more liberal with our sticking.
We did, and they're updated. They're a little bit different design. Chris put a picture of them on the
Instagram
social
page.
medias.
Yeah, at Snarf Comics.
Yep.
We're getting some traction on social media. We're up to like 150 followers.
What? 150? There's some people that I see on Instagram that have like 23,000 followers.
We'll
And
get
it's
there.
like what? I look at their page and it's just like, it just says like world traveler, and which means I don't do anything whatsoever.
Well, in any case, we're getting there. And we're going to, here's the big news. We're going on Friday. We'll be at C2E2 in Chicago.
Yep.
The Chicago Comics and Entertainment Expo.
Times 2.
I
don't know. I just
C2, Chicago Comics. CC.
No, I get
Okay,
why it's
gotcha.
called that. I just was like, I just figured I'd add an extra 2.
So the big plan was we were going to be there Friday and Saturday. We're going to round it out, like spend the whole weekend there.
Yeah.
Last minute, fate threw some last minute whirlwind changes at me, so I'm not going to be able to make it on Saturday. Jerry's probably not going to make it on Saturday.
No, I'm not going to go by myself. And it doesn't matter. If we go Friday, that's good enough for me.
So we'll be there. We'll be wearing Snarf Talk shirts.
Oh, you'll know
We will
it's
be
Snarf Talk.
handing out Snarf Talk stickers. Jerry will be prowling in front of the bathroom again.
I think prowling is a good word. I think that's a good word for me, a prowler.
He's going to walk around outside the bathroom and just slap stickers on people as they're
Jerry the Prowler.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to call myself.
Good name for yourself.
I think it's a good one.
We could write a comic about that.
We could. So we've got the First Family comic that has to come out of Verona.
Yeah.
Jerry the Prowler.
The Snyder on one.
The Snyder on one. What else could we do about me?
Tons. We got to maybe finish our one that we're doing now, though.
That's a good idea. Jetpack Samurai.
Remember the Plymouth Prowler?
Yes.
Remember that car?
That was such a cool car back in the day.
Was it?
I thought
it
it
cool?
was. I thought it was cool.
I think it was a design misstep. The Plymouth Prowler.
I wouldn't call it a misstep.
It's really ugly.
I don't think it was that ugly.
Look up a picture of a Plymouth Prowler.
I know what a Plymouth Prowler looks like, and I don't think it looked that ugly. I thought it was cool with the open wheel design.
That stupid bumper thing on the front.
But it makes for such a good Hot Wheels car. They always rolled the best.
I guess. I don't know. I think they were roundly hated and criticized.
Probably, but I was a kid when they came out, and I thought they were cool.
Yeah. Well, you were a dumb kid.
You were just a stupid child. It's roundly
What do you
known
think it
that
takes? How much?
that you were a dumb child.
How much do you think it costs to buy a used Plymouth Prowler these days?
About $1,400.
$1,400?
I bet you could get one for less than $6,000.
Plymouth Prowler for sale. Let's buy one.
Or let's say $10,000. You could get a very decent low mileage Plymouth Prowler with. It has to be purple.
Well, I mean, here's one for $24,000. Here's a $19.99 for $29,490 on eBay.
That's stupid.
I think that's a good lofty goal for Snarf Comics.
I feel like that has to be the Snarfmobile.
They're 2-seaters. So if you see me and Jerry driving around in a purple Plymouth Prowler convertible,
and it'll have flames.
We've made it.
It has to have flames on it, doesn't it?
We've made it then. That's our superhero car. Kind of, like our Green Hornet. What's the Green Hornet car?
That's like a
Black Beauty or...
Yeah, isn't it it's a convertible too. It's an old school
We saw it at a Comic-Con once. I think they had it there, didn't they?
Yeah.
It was not a convertible, though.
I thought they were.
Nah, it was like a 1950s cruiser type car. Black Beauty. I mean...
Yeah, I don't know what kind of car it was, though.
I don't know enough about Green Hornet.
I don't either.
I should know more.
It's just not my type of. I don't think he's my type. It is
Really?
No. It is kind of noirish though, isn't it?
I mean, I really don't know enough about him.
I know he wears a suit.
The Seth Rogen movie that I don't remember at all.
I never watched it. I never saw it.
Some comic book fan you are.
Well, I mean, we're both literally saying how much we don't know about this, and then you're going to claim I know.
It's
I don't
a
know anything.
66 Chrysler,
Oh, okay, awesome.
which is Chrysler, Plymouth, same company.
They are the same company.
I don't know if one of them doesn't exist anymore.
Plymouth does not exist anymore.
In any case, we're going to be at C2E2. We're going to be wearing Snarf Talk shirts. We're going to be passing out Snarf Talk stickers. We're going to be looking for artists.
And I'm going to prowl.
Jerry's going to be prowling Artist Alley.
I am. Oh, there are some people I do want to see, though. There's Cullen Bunn's going to be there at a table. Jason Aaron's going to be there at a table. And Kyle Higgins is going to be there at a table.
Okay, remind me the other two.
You don't know Jason Aaron?
Remind me.
Well, I'd have to look up the books, but I know I have a bunch of his books. He did
Thor, right?
Yeah, he's done Thor.
Star Wars.
I didn't know he did
Wolverine.
Star Wars.
Okay, he's done a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, Kyle Higgins did
Ghost Rider, tons of stuff.
Nightwing.
He's best known for Thor, Scalped, Ghost Rider, Wolverine, and Punisher Max.
There you go.
Cool.
He's done some indie stuff though that I like a lot, and I can't remember it. I'll have to look it up. But Kyle Higgins was on a couple podcasts. I want to get these people.
Listen, his cousin Gustav Hasford wrote the book which became the movie Full Metal Jacket.
Jason Aaron's?
His cousin Gustav Hasford
You're
wrote
kidding
the
me.
semi-autobiographical novel The Short Timers, on which the feature film Full Metal Jacket was based, was largely an influence on Aaron.
Well, I mean,
Bam.
how can you go wrong with that?
Interesting. It's a small world.
It is.
It's like Jason Aaron, Gustav Hasford, Full Metal Jacket, Jerry Snyder, Chris Harford, Snarf Comics. You see it all.
Stanley Kubrick.
Yeah,
it's all there.
All right. It's all together.
Yeah, this is like a Stanley Kubrick thing that we're doing. You know,
Kind of.
like I feel Kubricky right now. You know,
What's your favorite Stanley Kubrick movie?
Full Metal Jacket by far.
Is that a Stanley Kubrick movie?
Yes, of course it is.
I don't think it is. Oh yeah, it is.
Yes, 100%.
Directed, written, and co-written and produced by Stanley Kubrick. Huh.
Well, I didn't just
I
like
knew
throw
that.
out a random
Well,
name.
you know what?
Sometimes I do that though.
I think my favorite Stanley Kubrick movie. See, that's a good one. I don't know.
Didn't he do Clockwork Orange?
He did. I like that movie.
That's a really good
but it's
one.
not as good as Full Metal Jacket.
Did he do?
It's different though. It's hard to.
Oh, it's very different. Yeah, you
Can you
can't.
do Paths of Glory? Right.
Yep.
That's a great one.
Oh shoot, I know there's another one. Isn't there
Spartacus? That's a good one.
Isn't there like an alien movie that he did?
The 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Was that him or was that?
That was him.
That was him. Yeah. Because I was thinking Steven Spielberg, but Steven Spielberg did
1984.
well that and something
Close
like,
Encounters.
Yes, Close Encounters of a Third Kind. That's
Yeah.
what I was thinking of.
I think my favorite is Doctor Strangelove.
You know that I have never seen that.
Yeah, I think he's like I don't know if he's a producer on that. I don't know exactly his entire role on that.
A
But
lot of people like that movie though.
I love that movie, but
I've never seen it. I need to check it out.
you should. It's great. Peter Sellers. Come on.
You can't go wrong with a good Pete Sellers.
Yeah, wasn't he the Pink Panther?
Anyway, I do want to see those people along with Kyle Higgins. Kyle Higgins I've listened to on a lot of podcasts. He did awesome work on Batman stuff. He's doing a Power Rangers run right now that apparently is being like really loved.
Not interested.
No, neither am I, but I'm interested in harassing these people to be on our podcast
Yeah.
and interviewing them. And we're going to give them cards and we're going to be like, hey, let's literally schedule a date right now.
I haven't got cards yet. They were supposed to be here today. I wonder if they're at home.
Well, they have to be here by Friday morning or otherwise this is over, Chris.
Otherwise, we're back in the printed cards.
Yeah, I will hand those out. You think they're ridiculous? I'm going to hand
I
them
will
out.
burn every last one.
So yeah, I want to see those people.
Me too.
Cullen Bunn is really cool.
Yeah, that guy's amazing, and I'm a backer on his Kickstarter for Metro, a book that he co-wrote with Brian. I'm blanking now.
Azzarello?
No, from Tell Him Steve Dave.
Brian
Quinn.
Quinn, yeah.
BQ. BQ. Should I wear my Smodcast jersey or my Tell Him Steve Dave jersey?
We're wearing Snarf Talk stuff.
Oh, yeah, duh.
So
neither.
None of those things.
Okay.
You can wear the jersey underneath of your Snarf Talk shirt.
Okay. I don't think it'll fit, but...
Okay, you would look absolutely ridiculous, but you could do that.
Yeah.
I'll allow it.
In any case,
I'll allow it.
C2E2, it's happening. We'll be there.
It's going to be great.
With bells on.
So I got a bunch of news.
I got some news.
You want to do the news?
Let's do some news.
Okay. I'm going to start off with one that's quick. I talk about this, I feel like, too much.
Okay.
And I need to quit bringing it up. But I did feel like this was newsworthy.
If it's about Bill Maher, I'm not getting into it.
No, it's about Suicide Squad again.
Okay.
And they came out and said that this Suicide Squad movie is a total reboot.
Oh, the one with Idris Elba.
Yeah, it's not a sequel. It has nothing to do with the other one. It is a complete and total reboot.
Here's a question. Why don't they just do that 4-issue Deadshot miniseries from the 90s that was like so good?
Yeah, everybody loves.
And not do Suicide Squad?
I don't know why they are doing this again.
Or why don't they make Suicide Squad into like a TV show?
I think they could put it on their DC streaming app.
Yeah.
And it would do a lot better than a major movie because
it's going to be called The Suicide Squad.
Right.
Wait, what was the last one called?
Suicide Squad.
Okay.
It's just, why are you doing this?
I don't know, man.
WB, like, or not Warner Brothers? Yeah, like what are they thinking with this?
Wait. But it's James Gunn.
I didn't see that.
James Gunn's Suicide Squad movie is a total reboot.
I didn't see the James Gunn part.
Okay, well.
Well, that changes things a little bit.
Everything.
Because
James Gunn, if you don't know, is the writer, director of both Guardians of the Galaxy movies.
Well, in other news that I have,
big news.
He is also coming back for Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Woo!
This is just an amazing, amazing thing.
Why they removed him to begin with was ridiculous, but
should we expound on that a little?
Yeah, go for it.
He was removed rather hastily from
very quick
from Guardians of the Galaxy 3. When it came to surface, what had happened was, barring the politics of the situation, James Gunn, like most Hollywood people, is very, very opinionated. He's very on the left and opinionated.
Yes.
And an activist, I guess, in a bit, you could say, but not in your face about it. But anyway, he is. So when there was a little bit of a witch hunt where they were trying to take down Hollywood people, so it got
big time
thrown around on the media from a conservative blogger, I believe. They dug up some old tweets of his from like 2006 or 7, long time ago.
Really early.
And they were basically jokes that he was making on Twitter, but off-color jokes that weren't really funny. They didn't really land. And they were pertaining to some sensitive
I'm
subjects.
not even sure what they
I don't
were,
even really know what they were. I read them once. I think they were supposedly about they were pedophile jokes.
Okay.
And
I mean, some of those can be funny.
They weren't. They weren't funny, and they were dumb.
Yeah.
And he had since later on apologized for him and been like, I was trying to be funny. It wasn't funny. It was dumb.
Sorry. Yeah.
And this is old news. And then 15 years later, they get dug up. They get passed around. And, I mean, within minutes, Marvel or Disney is
it was
fired,
immediately.
Done, fired, removed off the show.
And
everybody, and basically all the actors were like, no. They stood up. They made a big stink.
What's the big guy's name?
Dave Bautista.
Yes. He was 100% against the idea of James Gunn being removed. And he went on Twitter and put it out there saying I don't even want to do this movie. He's like, even though I'm contractually obligated to be a part of this, like, I really want nothing to do with this movie without James Gunn being around.
Yeah. And it's not like he was just some random writer director.
Exactly.
This was his baby.
Yeah.
I
feel like Disney
and they were perfect
Marvel
movies too.
Could have done something a little bit differently with that.
So it comes out now, 6 months later.
Yeah, because now you look like an idiot bringing him back when you got rid of him in the first place. But now you're like, oh, well, okay, you can come back.
They bring him back, and they basically say, well, he apologized, and he took credit for the mistake, and blah, 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 blah. He shouldn't have been fired in the first place,
right.
First off.
You could have done this 6 months ago.
But they decided to do it. I don't care what happened. I'm just glad he's back.
Sure.
Apparently, they went out there and said they never ever even interviewed anybody else, so they knew this whole time basically that they were going to hire him back. This was just
so they just want to delay the process.
They just wanted the heat to die down.
Makes sense.
No,
it doesn't.
It doesn't make sense. Whatever.
No, it
he's
doesn't
back.
make sense.
I'm glad he's back, and
yes, as am I.
It seems, by all accounts, he seems to be a wonderful person. Everybody likes working with him.
If he's doing Suicide Squad, I think he could change some things around, because when you take a property like Guardians of the Galaxy and make it what it is,
yeah,
dang. I mean, everybody, when they heard Guardians of the Galaxy was going to be a movie, everybody was like, what are they doing with that? Like,
when they made the last Suicide Squad movie, they attempted to make it James Gunny a little bit with the music, and it was a lighthearted tone.
David Finch? No, it was
Fincher, or the guy who was Goyer. I don't know.
Yeah, David Goyer.
He was, I think, the guy who wrote Batman v Superman and a bunch of the DC movies at the time.
But it was the same guy who did that movie Fury.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I think it was David Goyer.
Goyer, I think you're right.
But
and I was kind of excited about it.
David Ayer.
David Ayer, yes.
Writer, director of that.
And Fury, I think. But either way, I was kind of excited about it because I knew he had done some really good work. But
David Ayer, by the way, went on from that to, he's doing Bright 2. He did Fury. It was one he did right before Suicide Squad was Fury.
Yeah.
And that, I never saw that, but it got really good.
I haven't seen it yet either, but so many people have told me I need to check that out.
Yeah, you haven't seen yet that movie from 2014.
That's when it came out?
Yeah.
Fury came out in 2014.
That's correct. Yeah. He wrote he wrote Training Day in 2001, and he's doing the Training Day TV show, which apparently exists. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
It's out. Oh, it came out in 2017. I think it's canceled now, but Training Day, man, talk about a movie there.
Unbelievable.
That could have been on our top movies list, probably.
It could have been. I think you're right. That's good. That's why I thought like this guy could do some good work with Suicide Squad, but he didn't.
Nope.
He didn't at all.
But James Gunn will.
So here's another thing that intrigued me was that there's always been a lot of problems with the Flash movie, like Warner Brothers movie. They've lost directors, they've lost writers, they've been like throwing things back and forth with this movie for a long time.
Sticking with the actor though?
Yes. So Ezra Miller,
which I kind of liked. He was good.
He apparently is very, very committed to this thing because
of course he is, because he's got nothing else going on.
Yeah. Well, he was in I think he was in those Harry Potter movies, those Fantastic Beast.
Oh, was he? Not as a lead though.
No, but he was in there. He was kind of bigger in them, I think. Anyway, he's very, very connected to this and wants it to happen really bad. So he told Warner Brothers he's going to write it.
He's writing it
with Grant Morrison.
Really?
He's got Grant Morrison and him to write it, and I think the deadline for him to turn in a script is Friday this week.
Wow.
And he wanted here's what scares me about it though. I like perked up when I heard Grant Morrison because I was like, that could be really cool. Grant Morrison getting his hands on a Flash movie. But so he didn't like the direction the writers were going because it was like kind of a goofy movie, is the way they claimed it to be, like funny and goofy. And he wanted a darker type of movie. That kind of scares me just because we know how that goes with DC and Warner Brothers, how they do the dark stuff all the time. I normally am a fan of it in comic books, but with the Flash, I don't.
They're probably looking at the success of the TV show.
Yeah, but that's not really a dark TV show.
That's what I mean.
It's, I mean, I guess it can be at times.
Oh, I thought, okay, yeah. I see what you mean. You know,
He wants to, so Ezra Miller wants it to be a little bit of a darker take, and maybe it can be really good with Grant Morrison because I trust that dude. You can have
a dark movie with some moments of levity in it.
You can, and you can do it well. It just scares me on what they've done in the past,
right?
Because, and it's never Act 1 or 2 that's the problem. It's Act 3 that always turns out to be a big boiling red lava molten steel thing that makes no sense.
Well, let's put it this way. Okay.
And the whole world turns into fire.
DC has made the serious ones, right? For the most part.
Right.
Marvel's stuck with the lighthearted tone. But there have been DC movies where they have attempted to inject the lighthearted tone, and those have been the ones that fell flat.
Well,
like Justice League.
Yeah. Because they just didn't do it right. But then if you see Aquaman, you'll understand that they did it pretty well.
Okay. My point is they've had more success. As much as you can, say that the darker takes they've done in the past have not been as good, they seem to have landed better than their attempts at the more lighthearted.
I agree.
Fair. Yeah.
They weren't good at it.
Right.
And
even there was moments of fun in Wonder Woman. I wouldn't call that a lighthearted movie by any means.
No, but it was at least something of that.
Right.
It was a little bit more lighthearted, especially, like I said, the first 2 acts. The third act, they went back to their old roots and said, let's turn the world to fire.
I think there was a lot of times I was thinking, like, why are they doing this when they have Grant Gustin on the TV show? He's so great.
I know.
The TV show is so good. But the visual effects you can do with a speedster in the movies, like what they've done with Quicksilver on the Marvel side, they've done it with the Flash and some of the DC movies, is so amazingly cool.
Yeah,
that like I'm all for that.
I'm 100% in the bag for a Flash movie.
They have the biggest. DC has the biggest. They should want a Flash movie more than anything because this is the one character, the one storyline that already exists that literally reboots the entire
everything.
Universe. If they do Flashpoint, they'll reboot the entire universe. Now,
yes.
I know they did it on TV.
Yeah, but you could still do it in the movies, and I think it could go over very successfully because not everybody is watching the Flash TV show.
Just remake the animated Flashpoint movie.
Yeah.
Live action, and then start everything else from scratch.
I agree.
Did you hear the news? I don't know if you got this for the news, though. Speaking of DC and starting from scratch, the rumors on who they're wanting to cast possibly for Batman. Is that on your news?
I don't know. It's not.
One sparkly vampire.
Oh, I did hear about it, and I didn't want to comment on it as news because I don't think it's true.
I hope it's not.
What's his name? Robert Pattinson.
I can't see him being Batman. Sorry.
He can't be.
He can brood. He can brood with the best of them.
I don't care. I don't want him as Batman, and that would be the only situation where I am not excited about a Batman movie.
They just need to bring in a no-name actor.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Or Armie Hammer. I'm all in the bag for Armie Hammer.
I'm fine with anybody but Robert Pattinson. Like, you cannot give me Robert Pattinson and me be okay with it. It's just not going to happen. And if he's sparkly, I would be pissed. Because I think he just walks around sparkly, doesn't he?
I don't know. He walks around brooding.
I knew that was the case. All right, let's see. So, let's see. We had a couple trailers come out.
Oh, yeah, we did.
Yeah.
One today.
Oh, real big one.
Yeah.
Are you going to talk about the Quentin Tarantino one?
Nope.
Oh.
Didn't know about it. What is that?
Oh, my Lord,
The Hollywood
Christopher.
one?
Yes.
I haven't seen the trailer yet.
It came out, I think it was today. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
I don't know how I missed that because I'm really looking forward to that movie. It sounds amazing.
It looks so good. When I watched the trailer, I didn't know anything about it. I mean, I knew it existed, but I didn't know the premise or anything.
So what is the premise?
I'm still not quite 100% sure, but I know it follows Leonardo DiCaprio and his stunt double, which is Brad Pitt. And they're obviously actors. And it's following those two guys in Hollywood. And Kevin Smith's daughter is in it, Harley Quinn. She's in the movie.
Okay.
Because she put a thing on Instagram like, I can't believe I'm in this movie. Check out the trailer. It's going to be so effing good. Like, she's really excited about it. And I am too, once I saw it. I can't explain to you, like, really what the premise is going to be about. I think it literally just follows these guys' acting career.
Well, I thought it was like a murder mystery type
maybe
thing.
It is.
Okay.
I don't know. Like, if somebody else watched the trailer, or maybe I should watch it again and really pay attention. I was just, like, captivated that I love Leonardo DiCaprio in a Quentin Tarantino movie. It's awesome. I love Brad Pitt in a Quentin Tarantino movie.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Very different for him. Well, Brad Pitt's been in before.
Yeah, Inglourious Bastards. Yeah. That was like a freaking awesome movie.
That's true.
Yeah, this is Quentin Tarantino's ninth film,
awesome.
And it looks really, really good.
I'm into it.
It comes out in July.
I will check that trailer out.
That is a good one. The other trailer that came out was season 3 of Stranger Things.
Oh, I didn't see that either.
Yeah,
I'm way behind the times here.
The Stranger Things trailer came out. They're dropping that season July 4th. So on 4th of July, that comes out. Looks really good. Again, 11 has longer hair. She looks like a normal girl doing normal girl things until later in the trailer.
If you're not watching Stranger Things, what's wrong with you?
Yeah, shame on you.
That's a show right there.
It is. And
it's so weird because, like, okay, so many other shows that I would be more quick to talk about because you are with them longer. But Stranger Things is so good that it's impossible to not, like, digest the whole season in like a 24-hour span.
Gosh, it's so hard not to do.
So you're not, like, watching it over the course of months like you would be Game of Thrones.
Right. And it feels like, so there's 20 episodes out between the 2 seasons. It feels like you watch that within a day or two.
It
feels like
it's
it's gone.
season 2 because I don't really remember the premise of season 2.
Very good.
I remember liking it more than season 1.
Yeah, I like it better than season 1. That's what I was just going to say. I really do. I think it ended phenomenally. It gives you more of what you want to see.
Yeah, I remember that. One great thing about that show, and I'm always using it as the standard bearer for all these other period shows.
Yeah.
Like Captain Marvel tried to be a 90s movie. Nothing, and what was the other one? Bumblebee tried to be an 80s movie. They can't do it right, and Stranger Things is the ultimate standard of it's done right. It looks like
and
not
nail
just
it.
talking about the scenes and the scenery. I'm talking about, like, how they shoot it, and it's shot like an 80s movie. And the guy who created it and directed it wasn't even alive in the 80s. Like, he's young.
It's 2 people. It's like 2 brothers.
But they're
right?
young.
Yeah, they're very young.
So they were like,
They're
like our age. So
I'm telling you, they're good at what
they
they
were
do.
probably in the 80s, but they were kids, you know?
Yep. Yeah, it's really good. This season looks like, so the kids are growing up, and they specifically say, like, we can't do little kid things anymore. Like, what did you expect us, like, to not move on, not grow up?
See,
I
that's
feel
one
like there's
thing.
some inside turmoil there.
I'd be interested to see that because one of the great things about that show is just their innocence.
Yeah, and I think they are starting to come out of that innocence a little bit, but they're going to be pulled right back to each other because of whatever demon or whatever something is happening.
Oh, yeah, season 2 was they found out there was more of them, and they started to... Yeah, okay.
And then 11 gets her, like, powers and stuff. Like, she's really in control of her powers. And, yeah, this one looks good. Check out that trailer. Looks pretty good.
Is Winona Ryder in it?
Yes.
Is she crying nonstop?
She wasn't. She was staring blankly when you see her sitting in the living room.
If there's one criticism I have of Stranger Things season 1, it's that she's almost unbearable.
I mean, I wouldn't call her unbearable, but she's a nut job.
She's just like blubbering all over, chewing
Her
up
kid-
the scenery, blubbering.
I mean, if your kid was in the Upside Down, wouldn't you be freaking out?
Yeah, but she does a lot of weird things.
Yeah, she's very weird. I think she's very weird just like normally.
I think so too.
Yeah. And then what's the actor, David something?
I know who you're talking about though.
The sheriff guy.
Yeah. He's like the Hollywood 8 guy now.
Yeah, he looks really good in this. Like he's the same character, but I like his character. He's also
He's in something else.
Hellboy.
Hellboy, that's right.
He's the new Hellboy. And I wasn't a fan of that until I saw him in the makeup and realized he'd look exactly like Ron Perlman because Ron Perlman was Hellboy first and looked like Hellboy.
I think he might be going to be in Suicide Squad too.
Okay. As who?
I'll tell you here in a second.
Wait, you think he was in the first Suicide Squad or the new one coming out?
I don't know.
Okay.
Disregard.
It doesn't matter. So that was some of the
Dexter Tolliver.
That's not his name, is it?
He was in the last Suicide Squad as Dexter Tolliver.
Oh, okay. His actual name's David, right?
Yeah, David Harbour.
Harbour. Oh, I couldn't think of it. Yeah, I wasn't thinking anything. I just knew it was David something. As of midnight last night, Chris, you know what happened?
Oh, he was. Wait a second.
Oh, we're still on him?
Yeah, we're on. Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Harbour.
Never mind. Go ahead. Who, what? What, where, when, what?
No, do you know what happened as of midnight last night?
No.
Huge.
Spring is sprung?
No, this is
Isn't
huge.
it the first
huge
day of
deal.
spring?
I think it is today. Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
But
is it bigger than the changing of the seasons, Jerry?
yes, it is. Disney officially acquired Fox as of midnight.
I did not know that. I thought it had to go through the government and all
It
that
is
stuff.
closed, buddy.
It's a done deal.
$71.3 billion deal.
Holy cow.
Billion dollar deal.
That seems high, doesn't it? They
That's
bought
the
Marvel for like $4 billion. They bought Star Wars for $4 billion.
This is the
Lucasfilm.
report. $71.3 billion deal, and it
Well,
closed
you know
last
how
night.
much money their sports and news divisions are worth? Wait, they didn't get the sports and news divisions.
No, they just got Fox like entertainment.
like 20th Century Fox.
Yes.
And probably
But-
Fox Searchlight and all those.
Yeah, think of the backlog of
The Simpsons.
stuff. All of everything.
The
Aliens.
Simpsons. Yeah.
The Queen alien is now a Disney princess. Or a Disney queen. I saw that as a meme today. That was kind of funny.
They had Alien at Disney World on the Great Movie Ride.
Oh, really?
There's a Great Movie Ride at Hollywood Studios, and it was a cool ride. It's closed now. It's going to be it's supposed to be a new, really cutting edge Mickey and Minnie Great Movie Escape ride that they're building, and it's supposed to be like this mind-blowing ride. It's supposed to be the greatest ride that's ever been made.
Oh.
It opens this fall, I think, or this summer. But anyway, before that, there was a Great Movie Ride, and you rode on this movie, or on this like tram type of thing. And there was like a real person that was like the guide, and that was in front, like it was your tour guide.
Yeah, I feel like I was...
At one time, they have a set piece where you go through like a mob movie, and there's a real life actor that like shoots some other guy, and then he jumps on the train with you and he like hijacks it. It's
really?
fun. It's
Oh,
great. It was
okay.
one of my favorite rides, but it's closed forever. But anyway, they
that
take you
sucks.
through like the alien world, and
there's a xenomorph?
it pops down from the ceiling.
Really?
It scared the heck out of Cash when he was little.
Oh, I don't doubt it. I mean, a xenomorph would scare me.
Is that what they're called? Xenomorphs?
Of course.
I don't remember. That's a great movie.
Gosh.
That should be in the top 20 movies list. Not the first one, the second one.
I agree.
Aliens.
Aliens, yeah.
That's a great one.
Not the first one, the second one.
The
you
second
say.
one's the best
Okay,
one.
I agree with you. The third one is not because they kill off
All the ones after that,
Newt.
not good.
Newt dies in like the very beginning of the movie,
Spoilers
which is ridiculous.
from 1970 something.
No,
80
that's an
something.
80 something, like an 89.
The first one was in the 70s.
Yeah, but the third one wasn't.
Was
until
way
much
later. Yeah, I think you're right.
So yeah, that's a really big deal. I don't. What do you think? Here's my question: how long do you think it's going to take Disney before they put out a Fox property as a movie?
You
or
think they're
something?
going to? use the 20th Century Fox banner still?
No. I'm just saying, like, one of their properties. How long do you think before Disney makes its own movie with that?
I think the first they'll do is X-Men, probably.
Yeah. How long do you think that's gonna take? 6 months, year? Like, do you think they've been working on something already?
No.
You don't
2
think so?
years.
You think it'll be 2 years before you see a Fox?
That's
asset.
on average what it takes for a movie from beginning to release is 2 to 3 years.
I'm gonna bet you it's less than a year. We'll see something of Fox's that Disney puts out now. Less than a year. Mark it in your calendar.
So they own FX now.
Yeah, everything Fox
So
Entertainment
like It's
owns.
Always Sunny in Philadelphia. They own that.
Dude, yeah, maybe, I guess, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's a Disney show.
So, what is Fox, by the way? Avatar was Fox. Planet of the Apes.
Crazy.
Die Hard. They could do a new Die Hard. I'd be down for that.
I'd be down for a Die Hard. I could do a Die Hard.
Kingsman. Fantastic Four, of course.
Kingsman is really good.
Maybe they'll do Fantastic Four. I could see that.
Hopefully they do it better.
Independence Day.
They did just come out with another one of those movies,
Wasn't there another one?
Yeah, there was. I did not go see that at all.
I might have seen it. I don't remember.
I know it was not good.
Well, if you didn't see it, you don't know that.
Well, the reviews say it was not good.
Anyway,
So
every movie franchise Disney bought from Fox. You want me to read them?
yes, get after it.
All right. I mean, I don't know how many there are here, but let's see. I mean, Avatar. Let's see. Alien versus Predator. It's in alphabetical order. Alien, Predator, Avatar, Die Hard franchise, Fantastic Four, the Kingsman franchise, The Martian, Planet of the Apes, Red Sparrow,
I don't
Star
know if I know
Wars.
that.
Wait, Star Wars. Oh, so Disney owns Lucasfilm, but the distribution rights for the classic movies were Fox.
They own that now.
They'll probably re-release them. I bet you anything. X-Men. I don't know. There's a bunch more. I'll let you know if I found anything. Alvin and the Chipmunks. They got that.
Oh, we
Dr.
could get
Dolittle.
another Chipwrecked.
Home Alone. Ice Age. Night at the Museum franchise. Percy Jackson franchise. The X-Files, of course, they own now. That's a big one. The Maze Runner franchise.
Who cares?
I thought those were pretty good.
Never watched them.
The Chronicles of Narnia.
Ooh, those are good.
They're okay. At least the first one was.
Yeah.
Fight Club, Independence Day, MASH, The Maze Runner. Tons of stuff. Tons of stuff, guys.
Do you think they'll do a MASH?
I don't know whether to be excited or not excited because now it's just more of a
it's
monopoly.
just such
less
a.
producers, less stuff.
I agree. I don't know. There's no way around it. You might as well just try to be excited for it.
Will they cancel The Simpsons? That's a good question.
No, they won't. It's a
I don't know.
silly question.
Anyway, what's next on the news?
You're up.
I don't have any.
Oh, you didn't have any news?
No, it's just the James Gunn thing because I'm so excited about that.
No, you told me that there was a big
there
trailer
was another big trailer. Toy Story 4 dropped today.
Oh, I did have that on here, didn't I?
I don't know. Did you?
I did.
Okay. Well, it did drop. I did watch it. You didn't see it, obviously.
I did.
Oh, you did see it?
Yeah, I saw the Toy Story 4.
What did you think about... No, I mean, did you watch the trailer?
Yes.
Okay. What did you think about it?
I think they're... I guess you would assume that Little Bo Peep is the bad guy, right?
No.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yes. She's keeping Woody away.
I don't know. She looked cool.
She looks cool. But I think
The
she's...
first thing that jumped out at me is the animation looks amazing.
Well, of course the animation looks amazing. And of course, like, all of it's going to be good. But I really do believe that Little Bo Peep is going to be the bad guy.
I
Because
think...
she's keeping Woody.
I thought it was interesting, the trailer.
I don't like the spork.
No, that was a big
The
thing.
fork
I thought that was
spork
weird. Like, why? I don't know. I'm going to guess that the movie's going to be a lot different than what we see. But I'm guessing it's going to be pretty good and deep.
Oh, sure.
Toy Story 3, by the way, is a freaking amazing movie.
All of them are good, but Toy Story 3 is by far
Toy
the
Story
best.
3 jumps out at me as an incredible movie. That scene at the end where they know they're going to die, and then they decide to give up and accept it, and they all hold hands and they go into the incinerator.
I don't remember.
It is one of the most powerful movie scenes I've ever seen. And I know people might think that's ridiculous, but I'm going to tell you.
But in the context...
Every single time I watch that movie, I cry at that moment.
I could understand that.
It's incredible. That movie is amazing.
I
rewatched Toy Story. Now, my youngest is on a Toy Story kick. He's discovered it. He's like 16 months old. He discovered it. I rewatched Toy Story 1. Boy, is like the animation.
Oh, it's
so
rough,
terrible.
Isn't it? But that's like 90s.
It's 1995, I think.
Yeah, it is 95, and that's like the beginning. That started animation.
And when you look at it through that prism, it's not that bad. Like the toys are pretty good, but when they do the people, that's what's really rough.
Yeah, the people are not good. What's Sid?
Yeah. You know what always bugged me about that? So, okay, here's the deal. In the first one, they make Sid, I think it's the first one, they make Sid out to be this horrible villain child.
Yes.
But he doesn't know the toys are alive. He's really just a kid using his imagination and playing with toys.
Right.
But they make him out to be like such a horrible human being. And then at the end, they reveal that they are alive to him. Think how much that would have destroyed that kid. And then in the next movie, they make a point of like making you see that he's now become a garbage man.
Yeah, because like
they're like, look at that garbage Sid kid. Now he's a garbage man.
Oh, you handle garbage every day. Serves you right for melting our friends.
Meanwhile, most garbage men
make
probably on average make way more money than your average American.
A guy I deployed with, he's a garbage man.
It's a great job.
He's my favorite garbage man.
Yeah.
He doesn't pick up my garbage, but he's my favorite.
Well, he's my favorite too.
Shout out to Tid Ball.
There you
go. What up, Tiddy?
All right, so that's all the news.
Yeah, that's all the news I got. Unless you want me to find more.
No, that's cool.
Are you sure?
We got a bunch of what we're watching, and then I got a new segment we can do at the end.
Yeah, we have a new segment. I don't have so much of... You've got what you're watching. I've only watched one thing.
I've watched a ton.
And you can get after it.
Okay. So not a ton. I caught up on some stuff. I finished Umbrella Academy, so we can officially talk about it.
Okay, good. So the last 3 episodes.
By far, the last 3 episodes are really good.
Much better, right?
I mean, you start at the 8, so there's 10.
8, 9,
so
10.
At 8, it's fairly fine throughout. It's right at the end.
It's the ending.
With the big
That's when you're
there.
like, whoa.
Yeah.
I don't want to spoil it.
It's genuinely
but
pretty shocking.
Yeah, very.
And I kind of knew it was coming, but it was shocking.
I knew something was coming. Okay, I knew she was gonna like lose her cool. I knew something was. I didn't think that's what she was gonna do, but I don't think she did that she didn't do that on purpose. It was like a reaction.
Yeah, but then her descent after that is pretty. Okay, first of all, I said Ellen Page was awful. She redeems herself in the last 3 episodes.
That's why
pretty amazing.
Held my tongue.
Pretty good performance.
Yeah.
In those last 3 episodes, I thought she did a really good job, and I didn't expect her to be able to convey There's spoilers ahead, guys.
Okay.
So let's just say that.
Yeah.
And we're not going to talk about this very long, so if you skip ahead 5 or 10 minutes, it's fine. But I wouldn't worry too much about getting it spoiled because. There is a big shock. There's one big shock, but after that, it's nothing. You kind of get the gist, so it's not like you're losing out a huge bit.
It surprised me more so that she was alive after that. Like that they saved her life.
Oh yeah.
I thought I was like, holy crap, they're gonna kill her. Like she's dead.
Well, I actually thought initially, I'm like, well, that's dumb. But then I kind of like they cut her throat. So she loses her vocal cords.
Yes, she can't sing or she can't talk anymore.
Yeah, which is cool. I mean, that's a good idea because it takes her powers away essentially.
It 100% takes all of her powers away of influence, like because it can influence people.
So she's good, and Ellen Page is able to convey like anger very well.
Yeah,
which I wasn't expecting from her.
It's like I don't even know. Like she seemed bad.
Yeah.
But I don't think she is.
No. Well, and then, I mean, that's kind of one thing that's bugged me about that show In and Out is kind of there's a lot of plot holes and things like that.
There are.
And I don't like it necessarily when a show does, oh, if one little thing had been different, or you had not locked her in that vault, it probably would have, changed. Things like that kind of get me. But
Yeah.
at the same time,
But I don't know. Can't you say that about life? Like, had I not done this one thing?
Klaus is awesome.
Klaus turns out to be
his
really
powers.
awesome. He gets more powers at the end of it with that octopus thing.
Yeah.
It's like a kraken.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's
I guess- I
the
think-
powers for number 5. You didn't catch that?
Say that again.
Okay. So number 5 was the one that died when they were kids. Ben.
No, number 5 is the guy who jumps
Okay.
time.
One of the other ones then. There's
Yeah.
one of them that died. Remember there's the statue
Yes.
to him and everything.
Yes.
He died when they were kids. That's the one Klaus is seeing throughout the whole show.
Right.
So Klaus's power is that he can channel him into bringing him back from the dead into reality. Those octopusy powers,
Okay.
those are the powers of that guy.
Oh,
And they do that earlier. They show that that's what his
Yeah.
powers were.
they did?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I must have missed
They show that, and then I think there's some drawings of him with the tentacles out.
Okay.
So
I must have missed that.
That's
because-
Klaus's big power, is he's able to bring somebody
dead back.
dead
Yeah.
temporarily into the living world. He's basically able to channel them. So it wasn't his powers.
Gotcha.
It was the other guy's powers.
Because I knew he could talk to the dead and bring the dead back for a short time. I wasn't aware that kid had that power.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Which is
now
awesome.
he'll be able to bring him back at will, essentially.
Yeah.
Or anybody, for that matter. It
Which
seems
is
to
like
be.
a double power for him.
Yeah.
Whoever.
He gets the powers of whoever he brings back, essentially.
So do you see where I was going the last time when I was trying to tell you about how so they kind of save the world, but yet they didn't, because then it like blows up the moon,
right.
and the moon's coming like hurtling. I thought that was a really cool scene where you see the moon like
Definitely.
hurtling towards the earth through that little.
Very cool.
That was really cool when they're all standing there, and then all of a sudden they look up and they're like, "Oh, that's an issue."
I kind of thought they were going to end it.
I did
and
too.
that was going to be it. But then they definitely leave it open for season 2.
Because they jump into the future.
Will we get a season
or
2?
The past. I don't know.
Partially, I kind of doubt it, but
You don't think they'll bring it back for season 2? I think it had a very, very good opening season.
did it?
I think so.
Okay. It seems
I-
like it was a very expensive show.
Yeah, they put some money into it.
But in
But-
any case, when she kills her boyfriend or whatever with the millions of knives,
Yeah,
that's crazy.
isn't that amazing?
Yeah, the last 3 episodes are really good. I don't know whether or not I can sit here and say that it's worth sitting through the first 7.
Right. The reason I told you that is because you had already watched 7 episodes,
Yeah.
and I was like, dude, you've got to finish the
you know
last
what's funny?
3
When I
now.
went back to watch it, I watched all of 8 too, except for about the last 10 minutes.
Oh no way.
Yeah, and then I had fallen asleep or something.
Yeah.
So no, it's good. It's one of those you can't really skim through it. You got to watch it
No.
from the beginning.
You do, because they give you a lot of backstory on each individual
It definitely
character.
makes the first 7 worth it, but do what you will. If you watch a few of them and you're into the style,
yeah,
then you'll
and
probably like it.
I wouldn't tell anybody to just to go seek it out.
No.
if you started it and
There's a
you're-
lot of things to watch,
Yeah, there's a lot of other things you could be watching.
but I thought
That
it was
are
cool, and I'm definitely after those. I'm in the bag for season 2.
Yeah,
Hopefully they can keep it moving a little quicker. I understand they had a lot of exposition to cover.
so much backstory with all these people that they have to cover.
Yeah.
like so much, and I think, that is a big problem with trying to tell a story from a comic book, because comic books have like an infinite amount of time to talk about this stuff, especially when you're doing single issue continuing story runs, like where you've got 100 issues and you can have 13 issues, which would be, at 24 pages a piece. That's like a book,
Right.
like a novel of story on 1 or 2 characters.
Right.
Like that's really hard to condense it down into a TV show.
I did like that scene when they're in the phone booth and Space Boy has to relay whatever the girl's name.
Oh yeah.
He has to convey what she wants to say to her daughter.
Yes, and he starts
But it's
telling
basically also what he wants to say to her.
her. Yeah.
It was good.
That is good. That's the only redeeming quality of Luther, the big guy, like his acting.
Yeah, he's better at the end.
That was the only part that was really that good of him.
Yeah.
They could have done so much better with his character. It really bothers me on what they did with him. They just fell really flat for me.
So there was that I finished. I also on your recommendation, I watched The Disaster Artist.
Yeah, I want to know what you thought of this.
Okay, so I liked it a lot.
Uh-huh.
And it definitely kept my attention throughout.
Yeah.
And I definitely was very intrigued and liked the entire movie. Wanted to watch it. I thought that the what's their names? The actors? I can't remember.
Tommy Wiseau.
No.
Oh, James Franco and Dave Franco.
I thought they were both really good. I thought Dave Franco particularly was really good. James Franco too. I mean, what struck me on that movie, definitely, like I said, it was a good, solid movie, kept my attention the whole way through. Do I think it's amazing? No.
No, I don't think so either.
If you miss it, it's totally fine.
Yeah.
But it's an intriguing story for sure. But what's a standout for that movie for me was the supporting characters. So it's got just a cavalcade of famous comedians.
Yes.
That are the supporting actors throughout the movie. And they're the best part. Like Paul Scheer.
Yeah.
And Seth Rogen are really good in it. Judd Apatow absolutely steals the scene.
He has one scene where he's in a restaurant and Tommy walks up to him and it's the most ridiculous thing that he's like, "What? Why did you let him come by me?"
Yeah.
What was it that the waitress is like, "Oh, I'm sorry," what does she say? She says something, and he's like, "Yeah, no shit. Could have got him away from me a year ago."
Yeah, that's really good. The whole thing is really good, and they do a really good job. This super weird character, they really do a good job of making him not seem quite so weird and kind of humanizing him too a little bit.
So do you see what I mean about? I mean, James Franco played this dude to a T.
Yeah, no, I mean, he did.
How do you do that?
Yeah.
How do you? He literally transformed himself into this guy, this weird ass crazy dude, and he does a phenomenal job. That's what blew me away.
All
about
the
him.
acting in it's great, and so like I say, if you're into, I don't know how to say whether or not I just feel like I know most people that I know probably wouldn't care to watch that movie, but if you are into movies, you probably like it. I don't know. It was a really interesting movie. I can't say that it was amazing,
it's
but
interesting
I liked it.
Because again, what I was trying to explain the last time is that this is based off of a movie that's terrible. It's got a huge cult following, but the movie itself is absolutely terrible.
Yeah. Do you have any? Do you want to see that movie now?
No. Not really.
I kind of do, but
I guess
I don't think I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get the joke that everybody's in on.
I guess I should see it now that I've seen The Disaster Artist, but
he's gone on to do some stuff too after that.
I don't know what.
He produced a sitcom, or was it in a sitcom, The Neighbors, and there was a couple other things he's done. So they've both worked, which I thought was kind of interesting.
Yeah, Greg Sinestro I know has been involved with some things, but.
They have a new movie coming out this year, I think.
They do?
They had a movie recently within the last couple of years come out that won some awards. So I don't know. It's interesting. Anyway, some other things I watched. I rented the movie Mortal Engines.
Mortal Engines.
You've not seen that as a newer movie that came out. It was a Peter Jackson movie. It was one of his newer movies. It's based on I believe a YA book series. Okay. It's kind of in the vein of all these YA book adaptation movies that have came out, like Hunger Games and Maze Runner. Each one keeps getting worse and worse and worse, I think.
Yes.
I'm going to tell you, this one looked like it cost everything. Like it cost all the money.
Really?
And like I said, I was excited. I mean, I when I saw it originally in theater, like the trailer, I was not interested. I continued to not be interested. It got really poor, terrible reviews, essentially. But I thought, I'll check it out. It's pretty bad.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, I didn't even make it through the whole movie. I made it about halfway through the movie, fell asleep, and then I rented it. So by the time I was going to finish it the next day, it had already expired, and I will not rent it again to watch the second half of the movie. I might check it out if it comes out on HBO and finish it. I would like to see the last half of it. It looks like it was super expensive.
So it says, in a post-apocalyptic world where cities ride on wheels and consume each other to survive, two people meet in London and try to stop a conspiracy.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It looks like it's cool looking. It's very steampunk.
Yeah.
I'm not into steampunk. It's just not my thing.
It's got a 44 meta score.
Yeah, it's what's that on Rotten Tomatoes?
I don't know.
I always go by Rotten Tomatoes usually.
It's 6.2 out of 10.
Well, in any case, on Rotten Tomatoes, it is a 27 with an audience score of 54. Anyway, cool looking movie, but I'm not into steampunk, so that kind of loses it for me.
Yeah.
And the acting is pretty poor, and the story's just not that interesting. And I think we can, I think the YA revolution might be ending.
So now I just remembered I have two What You Are Watchings, because I watched two things so far. And I have one that kind of falls in line with this.
Okay. Go ahead. I'm done with that one. Cannot recommend that movie. Do not watch it.
Yeah. So
might be if it's free on Netflix and you have nothing to do on a Sunday afternoon, I will give you a million things to watch instead of that. But if you want to, check it out because it is kind of cool looking. And I'm in the bag for post-apocalyptic stuff.
I know. I usually am too.
But no, it's not. It's not anything that I was interested in. So
I watched a show that was a Netflix movie that has huge marketing and promotional stuff called Triple Frontier.
Oh yeah, I wanted to see that. Ben Affleck.
So
Oscar Isaac,
Ben Affleck. There's Pedro Pascal.
Huge cast.
Yeah, there's a lot of really big people in this, right?
Pedro Pascal is going to be in one of the new Star Wars shows, right?
Yeah, he is.
Mandalorian one.
Yeah, he is the Mandalorian. He's Boba Fett, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
Anyway, so they all worked together in the military before. They were part of a special forces unit. They did a lot of crazy things for the government, and then they've basically all retired. Oscar Isaac is the only one that is still doing that type of work. But
Oscar Isaac is Poe Dameron in the
correct
new Star Wars movies, by the way.
He's still doing that type of work in Brazil. Been following this I don't know. He's a drug dealer, gun smuggler, weapons black market guy in Brazil. He's been following this guy, trying to find him for years and years and years. He eventually finds out where he's at in the jungle, basically, and they need to go to the jungle because they're going to take this guy down finally. And he goes back to try to get his buddies to help him, but they aren't just going to take him down and turn him into the authorities. They're going to take him down and steal all of his money.
Okay.
Because they're like, you know what? We've done this for ourselves, or we've done this for the government for so long and gotten literally nothing out of it. Why don't we take back what we deserve? Get some money and just be able to retire, and live comfortable lives again and never have to do any of this stuff again. That's what they're going to do. They get their buddies together. That's what they're going to do. It had really good build-up. So the first act and a half are very good.
Don't spoil it.
I'm not going to spoil it. The second act is okay. Third act really fell off. There's just so many questions to me as to why these professional operatives, right, do the things they do and make the choices they make during this operation and on their way back. It just makes very little sense on some of the stuff they do, and it just ruined it for me because it seemed like the choices they make in the movie were only to make the movie look good.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it was like as if they made this choice to only add more tension to the movie. Made no literal sense to what they were doing.
Yeah, I hate that in the movie.
I don't want to say it's like The Expendables, but I feel like it's like The Expendables for these actors.
So, is this movie made with the intention of a wide release, not good, and then bought and released on Netflix? Or was it literally made to release on Netflix like Bright was?
Okay, no. So it was not. It was made to be released in movie theaters. What happened with this movie is that they had so many people. This movie was like written in early 2000s, and then all through. I guess I shouldn't say early 2000s. It was after 2010, but it was like since 2010 they've been trying to make this movie. And they've had so many people sign on and then drop off and sign on and drop off and then rewrites and rewrites and rewrites and then sign on, drop off. Will Smith was signed on at one time. Ben Affleck signed on to this movie 3 different times before he was finalized. Like he signed on, dropped out, signed on, dropped out, and then finally signed on again. They brought in Oscar Isaac because I can't remember. I can't remember who I read. There was 2 people that were in the movie, guaranteed to be in the movie, and then ended up dropping out, and they replaced him with Oscar Isaac and somebody else right at the end. And Charlie Hunnam.
Charlie Hunnam,
yeah, he's in it. So they brought those 2 guys in right at the last minute before they started filming, and you can just kind of tell. It just was a hard put together movie. It seemed like a really good premise, and the story I think could be really good. It just fell off at the end for me, and it was like so bad that I was just like, I'd rather just go to sleep than watch this. But I trucked it out till the end, and I watched it all, but I didn't want to finish it.
So this always seemed like, when I saw the trailer for this movie, it's the kind of movie that I would be not interested in at all. Like, for me, this is just not my kind of movie. I'm just not a big fan of like generic action movies or military based action movies or drug dealer related movies. It's not my thing.
Yeah.
But
that's this.
The cast. I saw the cast and I'm like, okay, I like Ben Affleck a lot. I'm a big fan. I'm a huge fan of Oscar Isaac in everything he does.
He's amazing in everything.
And I don't remember the other guys, but everybody else looked cool in it. So I'm like, you know what? I was kind of getting excited about it. And I've just seen it there. But again, for me, it's not my kind of movie. So I've just never brought myself to watch it yet.
I didn't even know what it was about. I just knew the cast and had seen like the trailer kept like playing all the time on Netflix, and I'd pass by it. And then
the trailer's kind of
I didn't even really watch the trailer.
I did watch the trailer, and the trailer does seem a little bit obvious.
Yeah, it is. It's an obvious movie.
So that's what got me. Like, for me, generally, when I see stuff where it's like guys in flak jackets with machine guns, I'm generally just like, it's not my thing.
I don't think I would have watched it had I not. Like last Friday, I was super sick. I had the flu. I was puking a bunch. I stayed home from work.
So that's where I watched all this, because I was sick last Thursday.
Oh, really? Yeah.
I took the afternoon off, and that's when I watched all this stuff.
And that's what I watched last Friday was that movie. And again, it wasn't my thing. So that's mine. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, I only have 2 more, really, but one quickly. I watched. I'm a big fan of Ricky Gervais. Big fan.
Okay.
I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, but I really, really pretty much enjoy everything that he does. I like Extras a lot.
I've never watched it.
And then Life's Too Short. I really like that a lot. And then some of his movies that he's been in, that he's written and made, I've really enjoyed. So I generally like him a lot. I like his comedy. So anyway, I had nothing to do one night. I watched his stand-up special. He hasn't had a stand-up special in 7 years.
Yeah, I just saw that he had one.
So he came out with stand-up special, and it was good. I liked it. It wasn't anything amazing. He's a shock comic, so
He's kind of off-putting to me sometimes.
Yeah, his comedy special was okay, but since I had watched that, it brought up this new show that he has out that he wrote and directed, and it's a Netflix release, and it's called After Life.
Okay.
2 words though. So I'm like, you know what? I've always liked Ricky Gervais's writing and shows more than his stand-up. So I'm like, I'll check it out. So it's like, it's not very many episodes. It's like maybe 8 episodes. I don't even think it's that many. I think it's 6.
So is it a BBC show then that was put on Netflix?
Well, it's not, I don't think so.
Okay.
But it was definitely made in the BBC format.
Yeah, because that's what I was going to say. A lot of the times BBC shows are only, 6 or 8 episodes and then they just put them on Netflix.
I think this is 6 episodes. It's on Netflix. I don't think it was originally a BBC release. I think it's a Netflix original.
Okay.
And they're only half-hour episodes, so it's a very low commitment.
Very short. Yeah.
Boy, it's really good.
Really?
It's very, very good. Very, very powerful. Very emotional.
So it's not a comedy.
It is in classic Ricky Gervais kind of fashion. It is a drama with plenty of comedy interlaced.
Dramedy.
It's a dramedy.
Okay.
More heavy on the drama than the comedy.
Okay.
But it is funny at many times. I would say I thought it was very funny. There were times at night, and I'm watching this show at 11 o'clock at midnight at night. That's when I watch stuff.
That late? Jeez.
Yeah. And there were many times when I laughed out loud sitting in bed watching it.
Really?
And then there were times when you're tearing up.
Okay.
It's heavy, man.
So you buy into it then?
Definitely.
Okay.
I'll give you the premise. So it is basically, the show is Ricky Gervais is in a small town. He works for a small local newspaper as a writer. And the show picks up right after his wife passed away. And kind of the theme of the show going throughout every episode is him watching, basically from the hospital, she recorded on her laptop like her last confessional to him, or like what she wants him to do with the rest of his life. And so they'll play like a clip of that, and then it'll go out in his life. So anyway, she dies. They're very, very close. She's the love of his life.
Yeah.
You can tell they have like the best relationship in the world, and it's just this horrendous thing. She dies of cancer. Gosh. And it's just very heavy. And he decides, I'm going to kill myself. There's no reason for me to live.
Oh.
So he's, getting ready to kill himself. And they have a dog, and he sees the dog, and he's like, well, who's going to take care of the dog? So basically he doesn't kill himself.
Yeah.
But after that, he resigns. In fact, he's like, well, it's kind of like a superpower that I have now. I can do whatever I want. I'm going to say whatever I want. I'm going to live my life however I want, because I always have suicide to fall back on.
Wow.
And so he just becomes pretty much like a terrible person.
Yeah, he does whatever
and
he
just
wants.
Does whatever he wants, and he calls people out, and he's not doing like horrible things, but he's just like not caring, not giving a shit at all.
Right. He's doing what like everybody wants to do in normal day life.
Right.
The things that you hold back on.
And he's miserable though. I mean, he's miserable, and constant theme of this is like about him wanting to commit suicide and blah blah blah. But it's funny also, so that makes it sound. But it is very, very heavy, and you go throughout this, and it has a very happy ending. I will say.
That's good.
Like, I'm not going to give it away, but
his wife comes back to life.
Yeah. Yep. No.
Oh, nice.
I just thought it was a really good, powerful, emotional movie that really gets you like invested in like what this would be like and what he was feeling. And I thought it was incredible, man. I thought it was really amazing that it got made. And I thought it was really cool that somebody in this day and age would take the time to make something like this. and put it out.
So he's the creator of the show.
Yeah, he wrote, directed, everything. Creator. He probably owns it,
Oh, I'm sure he does.
And for 6 episodes at a half an hour apiece, it's not a feel good movie, although at times it can. But I really, really liked it. And if you don't let it scare you away that it's like super sad, because it is.
It does. It does seem like it would be like really.
It is. It's sad. It's
really
heavy
sad.
at times, but it's also very funny and it's very hopeful at times. I thought it was really good. It's definitely worth watching, I thought.
Okay, good.
Check it out. I recommend that. That's my last what you're watching.
I have another one, and it is this came out in 2016, and when I had seen that it was coming out, it was I believe it's an ABC show. I don't normally watch a lot of network television stuff, but I always wanted to watch this, and I never did, and now it's finally on Netflix, and it's called Designated Survivor with Kiefer Sutherland.
I saw that. Always, it just never seemed like something.
So it caught my attention because of the premise right off the bat, and it reminds me of a West Wing show.
Yeah,
like it's very West Wingy. If you go back in our episodes, Chris, we did an episode called Snarf's top TV shows.
Yeah, top 10
TV shows. You'll know where West Wing ranks if you go back and listen to that episode.
Yeah,
for me. Anyway, it's something I enjoy. This show, so Designated Survivor, it says that when there is a State of the Union address by the president and all of Congress and everybody in the House, Senate, everybody's there watching the State of the Union address, there is one congressman, cabinet member, that is considered the designated survivor. So they keep them in an undisclosed location. One person kept away from whatever's going on, and nobody knows where he's at except for his security detail and him or her. And they do that just in case there was a massive attack on the government and whatnot. Well, there is this one night. They bomb the Capitol building. Everyone dies. The only person left in our government is that one cabinet member, and he happens to be in charge of, it's something like housing and development or something like that.
Right.
And the day that he, this is just the pilot episode, so obviously there's way more than
there's like
that
a
happens.
billion episodes of that show.
It
was a really popular show.
Yeah, there's only 2 seasons, and then it was canceled. Yeah, so
I thought that show went on for a while.
It's 24 episodes a season, though.
24, really?
Jack Bauer.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of funny. I do like Kiefer Sutherland a lot. I think he's.
I like you. I mean, I
think
like
he's
him.
a good actor.
I didn't watch 24.
I didn't either.
But I've seen him in movies, and he's good.
But
I like Donald Sutherland.
There's 24 episodes, so there was 40. I think there was like 48, 45, somewhere around there.
And you
total
watched
episodes.
all of them?
No, I have only seen 7 episodes so far, and I really enjoy it. But what happened is they canceled it after the second season. It was off for a little while. Netflix has picked it up.
Oh, okay.
And they're remaking it, and they're doing at least 10 episodes for season 3.
So they're going to wrap the story up.
Yeah, I think that's probably all they're going to do. But they are going to make a season 3. It's in the works now. I think it's coming out this year. But I'm going to watch all of that. I'll probably binge it. It'll probably be like the only thing I watch for a little while, which is not a bad thing for me, because I'm taking it back to our roots, Chris.
Yeah?
I am.
To the roots.
I'm reading comic books again.
Rooted up.
As of today, well, it was actually a couple days ago, I started reading.
Rooty tooty, fresh and fruity.
Yeah, I started reading like crazy. I finished all of Lazarus finally.
Oh, I need to get on that track. I just dug up a bunch of old Lazarus. I was organizing my comic book collection, and I just like found a bunch of trades that I had sitting somewhere, and I'd read them all, but I need to I'm not even halfway through the story probably.
So there's only 28 issues total.
Oh, Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe that I have read most of it.
There's 28 issues. It ends on number 28.
Because I've read 3 trades, so that's probably 15 issues or so.
Oh yeah, I
Okay.
think so, at least. But it's really good. I liked it a lot. The reason I finished it up is because there was a new
Digital?
all
Okay.
digital. There's a new one coming out, or I think it came out today actually, called Lazarus Risen. And I think it's a continuation of the story or an offshoot of the story, but it's obviously tied in. It's still by Greg Rucka.
Yeah, Greg Rucka, guys.
So good.
Big time. I think this was, if you go back to our top 5 comics for new readers,
Yeah, it's in that.
we might talk about Lazarus a little bit.
Yeah, I might be in that. Yeah. So anyway, I finished that up, but I also today I posted a picture on Snarf Comics of this. Did you notice?
I saw that, yeah.
So today's new comic book day, Wednesday,
Yeah.
right? Spider-Man Life Story number 1, the 60s. So
Really?
It's a miniseries, 6-issue miniseries that Chip Zdarsky is doing. I'm really big into Chip Zdarsky right now because he also did another comic book another one came out today, which is Daredevil No Fear, KNOW, No Fear. The second issue came out. Or the second issue came out last month. The third issue comes out the 27th, so next Wednesday. It's awesome. I love that. Obviously there's only 2 issues out, but so far it's really good of the Daredevil.
Daredevil fights Scarecrow.
No. Kingpin is the mayor of
Yeah.
New York. Anyway, Spider-Man Life Story. So what this is that it's following. So Spider-Man started in 1962 or 1964.
Something like that.
When he got bit on the hand. Like, that's when it all started, right? So what they're doing is, like, since Spider-Man's been a thing now for 57 years or something like that. Yeah, so it was 62. So 57 years Spider-Man's been a thing. They're just following him through his life. They're acting as if he is 57 years into his Spider-Man life.
So he's in the 60s?
Well, they're going by each generation or each decade.
Okay.
So it's Spider-Man Life Story. And the first issue, the 60s. The next issue will be
amazing.
The 70s, 80s, 90s. And they're going to continue on that way.
I'm very interested in this. Did you read it?
I read the first issue, which came out today. I read that today. Awesome.
And you're not a big Spider-Man guy.
I'm not, but this one caught my eye as soon as I saw it. The cover
looks like a Todd McFarlane cover, doesn't it?
It's so simple, and it's not. Chip Zdarsky did the cover.
Yeah.
He's doing all the covers. He also wrote it all. And then who was it? Mark Bagley.
Okay. Yeah, I've heard of him.
He did all the art. But so as soon as I opened up this book today, I read it at work, and as soon as I opened up this book today, that is the second page that I took a screenshot of. The second page of Spider-Man swinging through the town in the 60s, like the 60s style. Dude, he just caught my eye, and I was like, there really is nothing better than a really good Spider-Man swinging, like mid-swing.
It's one of the best comic images that exists.
That's what I was going to say. It's like the iconic comic book image is Spider-Man. I don't care about, I'm all about Batman, right? You can have Batman, you can have Superman. Superman's like an iconic image, but I really don't think there's a better image or something more eye-catching than Spider-Man swinging in between buildings or above the buildings or on the trees, whatever. Like him swinging with his hands out in his pose, you just can't beat it,
no.
Especially when it's drawn so perfectly. And this one page just really caught my eye.
I knew Mark Bagley stuck out to me because he was one of the creators of Carnage.
Oh, okay. I was not aware of that.
Yeah, he's drawn a lot of Venom and then Maximum Carnage, that saga. He did that. He's done a lot of Spider-Man, but I also remember he had a great run, I believe, on Thunderbolts. I think.
Okay.
Which I was a
wasn't
huge fan of that book.
familiar with him. And I didn't look into his work prior to me talking about him.
He did Fantastic Four with Matt Fraction. Him and Mark Waid did the Hulk series in 2014. So he's done a ton of stuff.
Yeah. So I'm gonna continue on with this series, and I'll probably talk about it every month now.
I wonder
when the new issue comes out, because it just I pre-ordered all of it already. So
nice.
I'll
have to check that one out because I love Spider-Man.
I know you do, and this.
I love Spider-Man comics, and I feel like the reason why you don't is because you haven't read enough of them.
I agree.
Because as far as comic books go, it's one of the best comic book characters, superhero characters.
I can't argue that,
books.
and I won't argue that. It was never catching to me because it was too wholesome. That's what I felt like. I know that there are storylines out there that are not even close to what I'm talking about.
Jerry the Prowler he's a dark man.
Jerry the Prowler.
Jerry the Prowler is a deep, dark man. He's into the depths of human suffering.
Right. I just need to suffer with everyone.
Yeah.
That's why that's who I am. Suffrage.
A suffragette.
Suffragette city. So again, I'm gonna follow that. It really did catch my eye though because of how simple the cover is.
Yeah, it's a really cool cover.
I like simple covers. I don't like the busy stuff. I mean, there's artwork out there that's really good that might have a lot of things going on, but those covers that are just so simple, they're hiding a good story behind them.
There's a bunch of covers from last year. Marvel did a bunch, when Stanley died, they did all their covers. They were just like black.
Yeah.
With then like an image and it said Stanley and then a dates, birth of death. And then there was no advertisements on the back. It was just an all black cover with a image on the front.
I did see those.
Those were really cool covers. You'd like those.
Right. So the other thing that I bought a bunch of Batman, and I haven't read Tom King's run of Batman.
So, and I talked about this a while ago because I started back up reading that. I don't know if you remember, but I was talking about that.
The Rebirth?
Yeah. Rebirth.
Oh, okay. I haven't read any of it.
Yeah.
And,
I read like the first 6 issues of Rebirth, I think.
Okay. Well, I bought, let's see, what did I buy? Volumes 1 and 2.
So I read 1 and 2, I think.
Volumes 1 and 2?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, that's 32 issues worth of.
Okay, no. I read volume 1 then.
There's 15 issues in volume 1.
I read volume 1.
Oh, okay. So yeah, it's 32 issues and 2 annuals. So there's, that's a lot of reading. Like they're
pretty quick reads.
The second one is 468 pages.
Yeah, but they're pretty quick. There's not a lot of
Batman doesn't talk much.
Yeah. They're quick. They're good.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
You haven't read any of them yet?
I have read none of it.
Okay.
No. So the reason it caught my eye.
Remember me talking about it because remember when I said he was riding the jet down?
Yes.
I do. And he was I remember. Is this a good death?
Now that you say that you read it, I do absolutely remember that. It caught my eye because issue number 67 came out today. And I was like, ooh, it caught my eye, and I was like, ooh, I'd really like to read it.
No way it's on 67 yet.
Yes, absolutely. Came out 2016.
Wow. I'm way behind.
Yeah, me too. That's why I saw that, and I was like, ooh, I need to start reading this. So I bought the first 2 volumes, and I think there's four volumes out right now, and then it's single issue after that. But yeah, 67 came out today, so I was like, ooh, I need to get on that. Looks really good. And because in the second volume is when the whole Batman Catwoman thing happens, because you're familiar with him and Catwoman being married.
No,
they get married at some point.
Spoilers.
And then the whole like Batman penis thing happens in that. You know about that? We talked about it on the podcast.
Okay, yeah, I think I remember that.
It was a whole big deal, and DC then had to take it back and reprint the issue.
Right. You got more?
No, so that's all I wanted to say is I'm bringing it back to comic books.
Because
we're reading again. You're gonna start reading again because I'm forcing you into it.
Well, I have a brand new comic book segment, Jerry.
And now we're gonna segue
to a brand new segment,
and we're gonna call it "What's in the Box."
I was gonna call it
"What's in the Box."
Bagged and boarded.
Oh, all right, we could do that too.
But I kind of like "What's in the Box." What's in the box?
What's in the box? I was going for more of a 7. type what's in the box thing?
So I recently was cleaning out.
It's a head.
It is.
It's
Yeah.
a
Spoilers.
severed head.
In a lantern.
No, that's another comic book cover that I really like because it's so simple.
Yes.
That's coming out soon. That doesn't come out till May, though.
Capullo!
Kabuto! My man, Gabagoo.
So I was cleaning out. I have a pretty extensive comic book collection,
Turns out.
Jerry.
Yeah, you
It's
do.
a little out of control.
I'm really jealous of
It's
it.
taking over an entire room of my house.
That's awesome.
I need to stop it. It's bad.
No, continue, because this is your livelihood now.
But I was cleaning out a room, and I was just doing some organizing.
Okay.
And I found, tucked away into a corner,
Really?
like a big stack of the shipping of comic books still in the shipping boxes.
Just boxes,
Just like
taped
cardboard
up stuff.
boxes full of comic. Every month, I get a box of comic books.
Okay.
I have subscriptions
Yeah.
to comic books
Uh-huh.
from G Mart Comics.
Yep, down
Champaign,
in Champaign,
Illinois.
Champagne, if
Champagne.
you will.
And so, I'm kind of behind on them
Okay.
a little bit. I collect them, and usually when I get my box of the month or whatever, I wait usually 2 or 3 months. I queue them up, and then I'll open them and I'll
You
bag
queue
and
it?
board them
Yeah,
with the intention that I'll go back and read them.
sure.
Most of the time that doesn't happen, and then I end up usually just buying the trade paperbacks and reading them. So I double buy them a lot of times. But I can't seem to give it up because you get a huge discount on comics when you subscribe to them.
You do.
So they're like way cheaper. Cover prices on comics are expensive, man.
Yeah, so I was looking on Comixology today, and I'm still glad I have that unlimited.
You do get a discount. You get a
'Cause
20%
you get
discount.
Yeah,
Yeah.
22% discount or something
like
stupid like that.
So anyway, I'm cleaning up a room, and in the corner I have a stack of the boxes of comics that I have not. For some reason, I must have been busy. It was in the spring or the fall, and I was just getting them, and I was just throwing them
just
somewhere. And
never
in some
read
way,
them.
they got tucked away in the back and never even got open. So I figured we'd do a little segment I like to call "What's in the Box."
What's in the box?
And we're gonna see what's in the box. So
All right.
I brought one box today, and we're gonna open it up live on air.
Here it comes. Oh, here's the box.
It's already open, actually.
Yeah, he already.
But I have not looked inside.
All
All right.
So how many issues are in a box usually?
It
Depends on your subscription for the
Depends how
month.
old these are. Okay.
Could
Because
be 30, could be 2.
These box could be from years ago, or it could be from last month. I don't know. These were tucked away in a hidden corner.
Okay.
That hasn't been touched in my house for years.
That's exciting.
So I'm guessing these might be kind of old. So what's in the box, Jerry?
I don't know.
First one we got here. These are from, let's see if we can find a date here. Okay. What is this, Jerry?
Doctor Who.
Doctor Who.
Ooh, that's a special one because it's got like 5 doctors on the front.
This is actually a free comic book day comic. So I must
very nice.
have came free. Now I do and did subscribe. This is from 2016, Jerry. June of 2016.
A 3-year-old box.
3-year-old box we got here. This cover of this Doctor Who book has 4 doctors on it.
Has, let's see, number 9, 10, 11, and 12.
Eccleston,
David
David
Tennant.
Tennant, Matt Smith, and Peter Capaldi. So yeah, so we got Doctor Who here. So I did for years collect Doctor Who.
Yeah, I've never been a Doctor Who comic book reader.
Yeah, I've read it. I've read quite a bit of it. I haven't been collecting it now for a couple of years.
Well, about 3, I think.
About 3. So I did cancel my subscription to Doctor Who at some point.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Okay.
I've done some major purges
That's good.
over the years. What do we got here, Jerry?
I don't know. Let's see.
The Walking Dead.
Oh, The Walking Dead.
Issue 154, Led to Slaughter.
And they're probably on issue like 279 now.
I'm not sure. There's 2 in here.
3 years ago.
Ooh, what do we got here, Jerry? The Amazing Spider-Man. Dan Slott.
Oh, it was in the same bag as the
Yep.
Walking Dead?
Yeah, sometimes they put them together. This is
the Dan Slott run.
The Amazing Spider-Man 12.
That's
So-
the one.
Spider-Man teams up with the all-new, all-different Avengers for the first time.
That was the
Mary Jane is back, but with
spectacular
Tony
Spider-Man.
Stark? Question mark. Ooh, gonna have to check that one out. No, you're thinking of the Superior Spider-Man.
Superior Spider-Man.
Great
That was a Dan
run.
Slott.
Yes, it was. He has written so much. The Spider-Man, by the way, is like one of the only comics, and I don't know if it still is, but it was a bi-monthly, so it would come up 2 issues a month.
Oh, that's Batman has like 9. So
Now here, I'm just talking of the straight-up Amazing Spider-Man. There was 2 issues a month.
oh,
Here's one that I no longer collect, Jerry, but I was for a while just because I loved the art.
okay. Let me
DC
see.
Comics Bombshells.
Bombshells. I never read any of that. That got really good reviews.
Yeah.
I know people liked that a lot.
By Bennett. This was a book. I think it's still running, but it was basically a all DC female superhero book.
Who wrote that?
This one's Bennett, but I don't know who has been on it. I always collected this because the art is amazing. They kind of went
The
for
art
that,
is very good.
went for that pinup style art style on Bombshell's book, which I always just thought was super cool. Here's one that you'll enjoy. Batman.
Oh, look at that Batman cover. I have that book.
52.
Yep.
Tiny.
Oh wait, no, I don't have that book.
Tynion 4, the 4th, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, Tinian. We follow him on Twitter and Instagram.
Okay. I should know more about it then. Yeah, so we got that. Ooh, here's one for you, Jerry. Swamp Thing, number 5.
Ooh, look at that.
So I still collect Batman. I don't think I collect DC Bombshells. I definitely still collect Swamp Thing. This
Look
is
at
a
that.
pretty awesome cover. Len Wein.
Rest in peace, Len.
Len Wein, who has passed away since. That might be worth some money. And here we go with Deadpool number 11. That's a cool looking
Look at
cover.
that. Yeah, that is a very
Is that
cool cover.
Sabretooth on his keychain?
I can't see him.
Sabretooth's severed head on
Oh
his
yeah, it is Sabretooth severed head. Good. Get rid of that guy.
Good
He's
old
mean.
Duggan. Here's what I hate about missing out on this. The Marvel ones come with a digital edition that downloads right to your...
And you could have had that.
I could have had it, but they expire.
Oh,
In
they
like
do?
6 months they expire.
But that's only on Marvel's digital app, right?
Yeah, but it you can link it to your Comixology.
Oh, you can. Well, that's
Now,
good.
here we go. I can't believe I haven't read this. Civil War 2. Brian Michael Bendis.
Wow.
Issue 0.
That's it right there.
This
And
is
look
the
at
first Civil War.
and look at the lady on the front.
Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel right on the front there.
Iron Man.
Carol Danvers. Look at her. In
All
all
right.
her Mohawk glory.
We got a number 1 here. Deadpool, Last Days of Magic, number 1. A cover with Doctor Strange,
Nice.
Deadpool, Duggan again.
That's a good cover. A number 1.
Here we got one that you'll like, Jerry. Old Man Logan,
Oh, my jam.
number 6.
I read all that.
Yeah.
That's a good book.
Lemire.
You need to. So Jeff Lemire, that is Jason Inman's favorite writer,
Yeah.
and he's good. The reason he's good is because he's good. If you know what I mean.
Here's another one. Another Doctor Who.
It is Matt Smith cover.
This is actual, not a free one. This is one I would have paid for. Number 9. This is the 11th Doctor Adventures, Year 2.
Matt Smith canceled C2E2.
Oh, no.
He's not going to be there.
Jerry, I got so many more. I don't know if you guys are interested in this, but I'm going to keep going
We're
here.
going to keep going. This is going to give you guys a little insight on the amount of books Chris gets monthly.
DC Bombshells number 13, right there.
So that's 2 a month for that one?
I guess. I don't know. Star Wars number 19.
Ooh.
Kind of a cool cover there.
I was collecting that for a while and then stopped it.
And here you go. The Charles Soule.
Charles Soule.
Daredevil
Ooh,
number
Daredevil.
7.
So
Right there.
I think
This must be 2 months worth of comic books
it has to be.
because I got another Deadpool here. Number 12.
Why would they send you 2 months in one box?
Sometimes they do that. I don't know why.
I don't know why they would do that either, because you buy it monthly,
Okay.
right?
I don't know what's going on with this month, but I got another DC Bombshells.
Or was this open before you brought it here?
Yes.
So you probably just stashed some books in this
Must
one.
have. DC, The Enemy Laughs When You Loaf. DC Bombshells with the Harley Quinn on the front. 155, Walking Dead.
Oh, another Walking Dead. That's a good cover.
That is a cool cover. Yep. Here we got Civil War #2. Issue 1.
Oh, issue 1. Is that the same one you already had out?
Nope, that was issue 0.
Oh, okay.
This one has Iron Man going toe to toe with Captain Marvel. Brian Michael Bendis, the man. We got an Amazing Spider-Man #13.
Wow.
We got another Deadpool. #13.
Chris, this is amazing.
A 4-issue crossover in one pack. Look how thick this book is.
It is huge.
That has got to be 100
for a single
pages
issue.
for a single issue.
That's a deluxe.
And we got Old Man Logan #7. So
nice.
yeah, this
that's
is
a good one too.
Definitely 2 months.
I do have all of those.
That's it. That's what's in the box, Jerry.
Wow, that's incredible. So have you read all of this? Those Old Man Logans?
Nope.
Oh my gosh, Chris.
I don't know what's wrong with me.
You need to learn how to read.
I got to get back in. These are 2016 books. Come on, Chris. What are you doing?
Yeah, come on, Christopher.
So these will be
You act
bagged
like you have
and-
other things you need to do.
These will be bagged and boarded.
But I think this is a thing we need to get back into is reading comics, even if it's just like one.
Yeah.
You can read one comic in a week, right?
I mean, definitely.
Yeah, because I read
Because it takes like 10 minutes.
like 8 books today.
Yeah, it's not hard.
So it's so fun because I haven't done it in a while, and I get on these. You do too, obviously, and everybody does. You get on these like sprees where you just don't want to read anymore. It's like kind of work. It's easy to go home and just sit on the couch and let the TV tell you things.
Yeah.
You know, to physically read something takes a little bit of mental energy and awareness. You know, you can't fall asleep to reading.
Right.
Even though I do that. I literally will fall asleep reading a book. But like a novel, I will do that too. Comic books are different because you're reading words, but you're also like reading the art. You know what I mean? Like you're looking at the picture and putting the story together in your head. So it's a little more interactive, I feel like, to your brain. And I really love it. And today it like hit me like I need to get back into this.
Where did you do all this reading today?
Oh, at work. Because I got a lot of my, like the main work I had to do, I did it right in the beginning. Right early in the beginning of work, and it was raining a lot. And there was not much to do outside because it was raining. I wasn't going to go stand out in the rain, and I didn't make anybody else. So I did that. Let's keep that on the download, though.
Yeah. Maybe don't put that out into the universe.
Right. And anybody that works with me, don't listen to this episode. Yeah, I don't care. Comic books are for everyone, and I think I won't yell at anybody at work if you're reading a comic book.
Fair enough.
How about that?
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah. So, anyway, yeah, I get into these like tangents where I don't read for a long time, and then all of a sudden I see, because there are so many books that come out every week, like hundreds and hundreds of books that come out every week.
It's so difficult.
It's so hard to keep up with all this stuff. And when I see books like this where you have Old Man Logan just sitting there, never read, never looked at, never opened,
Crisp.
it like
Jerry.
hurts my soul that you haven't looked at that
How
yet.
much money does M&M's spend on comic book advertising? Because I feel like they're in the back cover of every comic book.
Yeah. Ooh, speaking of covers, so Justice League, the Scott
Man,
Snyder
the art in this Old Man Logan
is incredible, isn't it?
Incredible.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So Scott Snyder has a run of Justice League, and an issue came out where they have 3 different covers, but it ties together. So the same issue has 3 different covers that they put out. It's not like variant covers. It's this issue, but you like almost have to buy all 3 issues to put the covers together to make one big scene.
Oh, that's cool.
It is really neat because Scott Snyder put it up on Twitter.
Good old comic book gimmick covers.
Isn't that awesome? I think it's awesome. It's just
make you got to buy all 3.
Exactly. And there was a guy that posted a picture of it, and he's like, are you really even a comic book lover if you don't buy all 3 issues? And he's right. You should probably if you're going to do it. Because like today, like those I was looking at the Lazarus books. I already have all of them, but I was looking at some of them, what they cost. $1.29.
Right.
$1.29.
So you love Lazarus, right? You got them digital. Do you have any of the book trades?
I do have. I have single issues up to like 15 or. It's double digit that I have single issue, but I ended up stopping.
See, don't you like me? You must not be like me. When I find like a run of comic books I love, them. I like have to own them. The single issues. You don't know how long I've been trying to collect Saga of Swamp Thing.
Oh, gosh,
it's so hard.
So hard to do. Yeah, that's a lot of books,
and expensive books.
Right.
Some
that's
of them.
The thing.
Some of them aren't expensive at all, but
no. But
most
some
of
them
that
are.
entire run are pretty pricey just because. But like, like the Deadshot 4 book miniseries from the 90s. I had to have that. There's just a lot of Daredevil, unfortunately.
To me, the miniseries and the shorter runs are books that I want to have single issue, but like the
long runs,
the Tom King Batman run that is on issue number 67. I don't know. Like, do I want to buy 67 individual issues and then buy the trade paperbacks too? And
no,
I don't.
And that's new. But like, would you go back and buy the Court of Owls run?
I would.
Single issues.
I would.
You know what I mean?
I would do that. You're
I
exactly
believe
right.
I have all of them.
I do. I have all of them up to when they started. I can't remember what it was called when they started with Commissioner Gordon ended up being Batman in that like metal
or something,
in that like metal suit, and that's when I had that issue and I was like, don't want this anymore, and I stopped it right away.
Well, and that's fine.
But I do have every issue of Court of Owls, City of Owls, Death of the Family.
Well, I'll say I don't collect nearly this much anymore. I think now mostly I always get Daredevil and Deadpool.
So you are
Batman.
So then you probably are getting that Daredevil No Fear.
For sure.
Yeah, it's the covers of those.
You know what?
Really
Actually,
cool
it was just I don't know where Daredevil is now in numbering.
1.
Oh, okay. I just bagged and boarded that the other day.
The one. Let me pull up the.
No, it is that one you posted on Instagram.
Yeah,
I just bagged that the other day.
Yeah, it started over again with Chip Zdarsky.
Yeah.
At number 1 and like 2.
Actually, I was gonna post it when I was doing it to Instagram, and I
2 and then like I said, number 3 comes out next week.
Yeah.
So and I'll probably post something about that.
But it's kind of cool that I went back and found these because my big problem right now with my comics is they're not in alphabetical order.
Oh.
So I need to go through and do that.
Yeah.
Because generally a box gets full and then I start a new box and then stuff gets all discombobulated.
So if you get these sorted out, we could potentially be people that go to these cons with long boxes and try to sell things and have these huge boards put up of all your comics and these boxes and stuff.
You don't realize how many freaking comic books fit in a long box.
Oh, there's so many that can fit in like one of those giant ones.
So I probably have like 6 long boxes. I have like a lot of comics, and
it really puts it in perspective when you see these guys at these shows
with
that have
100 of them.
Yeah, 100 long boxes and a big stand behind them of the the real collectible ones.
What are we gonna buy? What are we searching out? What's our goal here?
100%. I'm getting the Swamp Thing
because there will be so much more at this show than the last one.
So the Swamp Thing number 7.
Yeah,
with Batman on the cover.
The first Batman cover.
Yes, that one. It's gonna be
if we can find it.
Yeah, if we find it. I'm just saying, don't let me not buy it.
Yeah, what was the last one you didn't buy? That one.
That book, and it's haunted me ever since. And I've seen it. I've looked at it on eBay, like 37 times, and I never bought it because I knew we were going to C2E2, and I was like, I'm gonna buy it at a con. It might cost me more money, but I just
you can buy it right here for $9.60 used.
Yeah, but
probably in bad quality.
That's what I was gonna say. Is it near mint? Very fine near mint. Because I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get both of those.
Well, you got to keep in mind it's worth about $30 to have it be graded already.
I know. I'm not collecting that to be.
Oh, I forgot about grading. I need to get all my Daredevils graded.
Are you gonna bring them?
I think so.
Because they'll be there. Yeah,
I know. I gotta look that up. I feel like at this point now I haven't got my ducks in a row for that, so maybe I'll just wait till Wizard.
You got all day tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm really busy tomorrow. So.
No, just ignore all obligation. This is your life, Chris. We're probably going to have to close your businesses.
Well, okay.
So we're going to wrap up here pretty quick. But before we do, we're going to talk about the...
Under 2 hours, Jerry.
Yeah. We're going to talk about real quick what we're doing next episode. We're going to we're going to promote this.
Probably should have done this at the beginning.
Yeah, it's fine. Either way, you guys stick around for the whole 2 hours. I know everyone does. We're also going to post on social media what we're doing too, because I want you guys to follow along. I want you guys to also do your brackets. So
we're going to have a little bit of March Madness.
It is going to be like a March Madness bracket that Chris found.
Actually, my niece, Maggie, sent it to me.
Really?
Yeah.
Thanks, Maggie.
And her husband were doing it, and they sent it to me, and they're like, you need to do this on the podcast. And I agree.
Yes, 100% agree. So do you want to explain what it is?
Yeah, so we're doing a March Madness bracket, but it is, and I need to pull it up here, it is basically a bracket for...
Science fiction.
Yes, like sci-fi / comics /
Or it says fantasy / science fiction movies.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
So it is a bracket, and... Let me just pull it up exactly. It's
just like...
It's a March Madness bracket.
Yeah, it's just like March Madness bracket.
What's the best sci-fi fantasy film of the last 10 years? That's the sticking point. Of the last 10 years only. It's already pre-filled out.
Yep, and they're ranked.
All you got to do is make your choices.
And they're ranked within each... it's almost like ranked. Conferences.
I didn't notice that.
There's like there's a top left, top right, bottom left, bottom right, and they're ranked through 15 in each one.
So there's 60 movies total.
Yep.
And basically you go through and just do your matchups, and you'll end up, with your final 4, your final 2, the championship.
So I think what we're going to do is a 2-episode thing where we'll rank everybody and probably get to like a semifinal.
Yeah.
And then the second...
We'll get to like Sweet 16.
Yeah, and then the second episode, or the next episode after that, we'll do our
Or we
final...
could do each bracket as an episode. Because it'll just be a segment.
Yeah, it'll be a segment, I guess. Yeah, okay. And we'll do ours individually, right? Or is it going to be...
We'll do them individually.
Because I don't see how we could do that together. Because we're going to have different opinions.
And keep in mind, I think this maybe is a couple years old, because there's stuff that's not in here.
Yeah.
Like Infinity War's not in here.
Yeah, that's fine.
But whatever. So take it with a grain of salt. And we're also just going to take with their assumptions on their rankings. Some of them are dumb. And you got to understand, too, what might be the best movie might be in a bracket that's against something else, So, like,
yeah.
it isn't going to necessarily be like, oh, the best movie is what we all expected it to be.
No.
Because it's set up like a March Madness bracket. So stuff can get eliminated early.
Right. And
if it's got stiff competition.
Man, I was looking at some of these, and it really bugged the crap out of me that they have to go against each other.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. This is the way the bracket's set up, and this is the way we're going to rank it.
So we're going to put it out there. You're going to fill out your bracket and send it to us.
Yeah.
How do you win like a March Madness bracket? You win. Do they have to match our brackets, or?
I mean, well,
we're the official.
You win by getting it right. We don't have
what's right though.
Exactly. We don't have what's right. So I don't know. I guess whoever gets closest to us.
But we're doing 2 different brackets.
Well, mine will probably be better. We know that because I'm just more definitive on things.
I think ours will be similar.
I think they will too.
Oh, man, I'm excited to do this. I wish we would have done it this week.
I know. I'm really excited to do it as well because I'm really interested to see as to how who I have come out on top.
Yeah,
it'll be really neat to see because it'll probably go against. I bet you it'll go against how we've ranked these movies in our top 20
definitely
Marvel movies and movies of all time. Like,
no doubt.
It'll be crazy to see.
Yeah.
Maybe this will be the definitive best movie if we both have it.
I think we'll have the same movie.
You think we'll have the same one as the champion?
I'm 100% sure.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I'm
100% sure.
Okay, it's on record.
Yeah.
This is on record of you saying.
So we'll figure out the scoring system. We'll probably do like 1 point for the early matchups, and then we'll do like more. I'll have to go back and look exactly how they do that with March Madness brackets.
Okay.
And we'll figure that out.
March Madness is like if you pick the right team that won, you you get points for that. There's no way we can do that.
Yeah, but that's not how they do March Madness brackets. You get points at like every level and then you calculate like a total point score.
Well, I know, but if you lose that bracket, like if you don't pick the winner, you don't get points.
Yeah, but what if there's 5 different people with the same winner? They got to differentiate somehow who won.
It all goes. Nobody has the same bracket, so at some point, someone's not going to have the same winner.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
No.
Like in basketball, there is only one winner of the game.
Yeah.
Not everybody picks the same winner all the time.
Yeah, but if you're in a league for brackets and a bunch of people pick the same winner.
It comes down to whoever wins the championship, though.
Yeah, but say 5 people pick the same championship winner. How do you differentiate between those 5 people?
Because of who they've picked before that.
That's what I mean. There's got to be points attributed before that then. Or you just move up to the next level.
No, not everybody picks all of the same winners all the time. So obviously someone's going to get more points by picking more of the right winners.
So you get 1 point per winner?
I guess. But we can't do that because there's no right winner.
Well, we'll just do...
There'll
be
opinions.
2 winners. A Chris winner and a Jerry winner.
Okay.
Whoever picks closest to Jerry's bracket and whoever picks closest to my bracket will be big winners. They'll win a T-shirt.
Yeah. All right.
And some stickers.
Of course.
And maybe more.
You got to have stickers.
Maybe a water bottle. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Yeah. We'll get you something.
There's real stakes here, guys.
But
all you got to do is fill out. It's not hard to fill out this bracket.
We need 100% listener participation.
Yeah.
That's just minimum.
And we have over 2,000 listeners.
Roughly. Give or take 2,000.
So that means we need 2,000 brackets to go through.
That would be ridiculous. We'd have to have a whole team. So, yeah, look for that. We're going to post it, and it'll be up this week.
Yeah.
So, I'm done. If you're done.
I'm good to go.
All right. That was episode 16, Chris.
All right. Thanks, guys.
We'll see you next week.